What's going on? It's your boy GreggB Ideology, and you rocking with the new series. Let's talk about it, business and marketing tips. So let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy GreggB Ideology. This is the first episode of Let's Talk About It, business and marketing tips with GreggB Ideology. So, I want to give you a overview of what this show is going to be about. Okay, if you looking to make money online, if you looking for answers to your questions or things that you know that you have questions about and you're not sure what to move on, I'm going to be answering those questions because I get a lot of inboxes asking me questions, and a lot of questions, a plethora, and sometimes it's hard for me to respond because some of the questions have levels to the answer, and I've been and wrote a book trying to explain what I mean by the answer. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is answering all of you guys' questions. So which means that when you do have a question, every time I come on, I'm going to be giving more information. All the settings are not going to be like this. Sometimes I'm going to be at the whiteboard. Sometimes it's going to be screen share. Sometimes I'm just going to be sitting here talking. But I'm going to be on here. So some of the questions are very, there's just levels to it, and I don't want to. I think that it's better for me to answer the questions in a manner to where I can actually talk to you and explain what I mean by when I answer the question. And I know the reason why I know that these questions are asked a lot because they're asked a lot. I mean, in my inbox, getting the same answers, the same questions, but in different, just worded a little bit different. But it's pretty much the same thing, okay? So, I had one question from Robert Hagley, who said, "Hey Greg, what's up? How do I make money online fast without spending a lot of money?" And that question is just the straight answer to that is that you already coming into marketing. You already coming into this industry with the wrong mindset because of the fact that you coming in trying to find a way to make money without spending money. I know you hear the words all the time. You just don't want to believe it. It takes money to make money. That is a true statement. And if you keep trying to, you're not going to. You can't you can't change the rules. You can't switch it and make it work like, okay, well, I'm not gonna spend no money, but I'm gonna make money. It's not gonna happen. Okay, and the longer you stay with that mindset of how do I do it without spending a lot of money? Yeah, okay, I'm not saying that you gotta go out there and spend a lot of money, but what most of the people that I hear say that, they don't want to spend anything really. That's just their way of saying, how do I do this for free? That's really what it comes down to. And you can't, okay? Because you're going to need capture page software. You're going to need to read. You're going to need certain things that you just need. And there's no way that you can operate. It's like saying, how do I start a store like Amazon without a website? That's pretty much what you're saying. You're not going to start a store like Amazon without a website because you got to have that. And in order to have a website, you got to pay for hosting. You got to pay for a domain name. You got to pay that. It's certain things you got to pay for. You got to have products. You might have to, pay for shipping. Pay for shipping, whatever the case may be. But you're going to need to pay. You're going to need to spend some money so money can come in. Okay, that's what it's all about. So it's like to me, that right there is coming in with a failing mindset. You come in like, the one thing I didn't fear was failing. I didn't fear failing because I didn't fear that. I seen other people making money online. Even when I was failing, I knew it was possible for me to Like it got to be possible. What am I missing? Because hey, I was doing things. I was even spending money. The problem that I had, okay, is I didn't have an honest person like me, or that would tell me the truth of what I needed. They would say what you wanted to hear so they can make a commission off of you, but they wouldn't tell you what it really was that they was doing. And so that's when my road was a little longer. But it wasn't because I was fearing failing or that I feared spending money and I wanted to be cheap with my marketing. It wasn't none of that. I would spend money. I would do whatever it took for me to be able to walk away from my job. But you're dealing with dishonest people, and you got it's vultures in this game. That's just the truth. There's vultures in this game, so you're gonna run into those people. But when you get somebody that's honest, that tell you the honest truth of what you need, and you questioning it, nah, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, take another 6 months to fail, because that's all that's gonna happen if you don't, listen to somebody that actually care. And everybody that I work with, and can vouch for that, and I know that for a fact that everybody knows that I care about everybody that I work with. So I'm not going to give you something that you don't need. All right. You got to be a sponge as well. You got to be a sponge and not a brick. You got to, if you say you want to do internet marketing, or you want to be an affiliate marketer, or you want to start your own business, or whatever the case may be, why aren't you learning about it? Because it's not ever going to be just getting a link and making money. Like, that's just not the way it goes. Like, businesses are not ran like that. Businesses are ran like businesses, like they're built correctly. And I always say this, I always like to go back to this, because people like to separate internet marketing or an online business from a brick and mortar business. The only difference from those two is that you don't have the super high startup costs that it does to start the brick and mortar business. Okay, you don't have the super high startup costs, so you're not paying getting well, it depends. You could be buying a building, or you could be renting a building out, which means you're already probably paying $3,000 a month in rent, and then you got to have, if you got a clothing store, you got to have the product, and then you got to pay for the lights, and then you got to, it's almost like you got to have a 5-year plan before you even get in profit mode most of the time on a brick and mortar business. Online, it's much faster, but the rules still apply. Okay, and if you're trying to just come online and then dupe people and try to just, how do I do it real fast without spending money, you're not gonna do it real fast. And it's okay. If it took you 6 months, that's okay. It's better than you taking years and years and years. Just learn. You understand what I'm saying? Read books. Like, and you also got to have tough skin. You got to have tough skin, because of the way that this is, and social media, the social media platforms and different things like that, everybody is hiding behind computers now. So it's like, it's just like how it is, like how I feel about how people meet people now. Okay, back in the day, you had to really go meet somebody to meet somebody. To meet them, you had to go meet them. But with all this social media, people like to hide behind the computer to I don't want to say scam people, because it's not scamming, but it's being dishonest and not being ethical when it comes to showing people what they really doing. What am I really doing that's making me money? What are you really doing? What how did you get to 6 figures a year? Oh, I just joined this company, and I just started posting stuff and just word of mouth, and yeah, that's not what you did. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that people don't want to hear what they really did, what you really did. I'm gonna tell you what I really did. I really read books. I really was a student. I really wasn't scared. I spent money. I lost money. I made money. Simple as that. You understand what I'm saying? And once I became good at what I was doing, I was willing to help people. And the more I help people, the better they got. You understand, like that? I mean, it's just like, and I think that's another thing as well, because I don't want to say I think that's another thing, because it is another thing, is becoming great at helping others, becoming an expert at helping others. Okay, because all this is solving problems. That's all online marketing is. It's solving problems for people. You probably got a skill set right now that can make you a lot of money, but you want to spend time just looking at a weight loss product that got a bunch of people promoting a company capture page, and you going to get your link and you telling people, hey, this tea will make you lose weight, or this here make you, and you go and posting in groups and trying to get people in your family to join you, and it's not working, and you're trying to find out why it's not. Because you're probably not using your God-given gifts. You got God-given gifts that you can actually use to bring in money. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna go through those things later on, but I ain't mean to get too far off the beaten path with it, but that's just the truth, okay? So how you make money online fast without spending money, you just don't, okay? Read some books, become a student to the game, get better, help people, and don't have no fear. I guarantee you, once you start focusing on other people more than you focus on yourself, things will just start happening anyway. You got to give before you get. All of these things that you think is cliche are true. Give before you get. Takes money to make money. It's like everybody don't want to do that. Everybody wants to. They want to get. They want gratification super fast. They don't want to go into any books. And what I'm telling you is, this is the honestly honest truth. The things that the millionaires are doing, they are putting them in their books. I used to go on YouTube and watch video after video after video after video. And all those videos, like I said, they probably had some things in them. But they didn't have the answer. And even if they did have the answer, it was like not the answer. It was it wasn't the answer, okay? But when I started reading books from millionaires like Robert Kiyosaki or T. Harv Eker or Secret of a Millionaire Mind, different things like that. When you go into these books, you understand that it's not as hard as you think it is anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So start doing that. You know what I mean? Like the millionaires, they keep a library. The millionaires, like I got a library. I got books that I read that gets me to understand. Well, I'm gonna say that got me to understand everything that I was lacking in. Because we all lack. You know what I'm saying? Like you always gotta fail first. You don't walk out your mother. You don't ride a bike and just the first time and just be doing it, just riding a bike. You gotta crawl before you walk, and that's just what it is. You start with failure first. The moment that you stop fearing failing, that'll be when you start seeing your growth. Until then, you're gonna continue to fail. So take my advice. Stop trying to make money without spending money. And stop trying to do it fast. Because the more you try to put it fast on it, the slower it's gonna take. So don't worry about how fast you make it. How I don't want to spend this much because you got bills, right? That money you got to spend that money anyway. So you spend it like it's like the brain doesn't really pay attention to the fact that everything that your car note, your light bill, all of the bills that you have, they just go out and nothing come back. You might keep your lights on, you might keep your cable on, you might keep your car another month, but it doesn't bring anything back. So why wouldn't you invest some of the money that you have to invest in yourself to bring something back to you? You understand what I'm saying? Even if you put some money out, like I've put money out, and I mean, everybody can't do it how I did it, but I mean, I put out a couple of grand here and lost it all with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I just lost $2,000. But it don't have to be $2,000. I'm not saying that it has to be $2,000. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that start taking the money that you have and investing it in yourself, in your knowledge, so you can be that person that you're saying you want to be. If you're not gonna do that, you're not gonna be it. And I mean, you're gonna ask this question 5 years down the line, or you might not. You might just quit and walk away from the whole thing and say it don't work, like so many people do. But that's why 99% of the people fail and 1% succeed, because they don't listen to what works, because they believe that it's a faster way. And you're trying to reinvent the wheel, and the wheel is already rolling, and you're trying to create a new one, and your wheel is square. All right. So that's it for this one. That's my answer to that question. I'll be back answering more questions. I'm gonna go through some more questions because I got a lot of them, a whole lot of them, and they're still coming in. So I'm going to shut this one down. If you've got any questions, any more questions, contact me at any of the contacts that you see below this video. And it's your boy Gregg with Ideology, and I'm out. Peace.